Right now, we're looking at our lifestyle sport. Now, KWV's 12-year Barrel Select Brandy was named Worldwide Best Brandy, winning the 2014 Worldwide Brandy Trophy Award at the prestigious International Wine and Spirit Competition Awards in London. We're now joined by Ilse Dutoy and Brandy Master at KWV. That's Pedro Hagati. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right there, the Strategy and Marketing Director of Spirits, to talk more about this great accolade, as well as SA's Fest XO Cognac KWV Heritage, which will be officially launched in September. Thank you very much, guys, and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us this morning. Take us through the process of making such a award-winning brandy.
Good morning. Thank you. Yes, wow, winning this competition was for KWV a really exceptional award, following on last year's winning with a 15-year-old. So making a brandy like this is handcrafted. So each drop of this brandy is passion. We make it by passion. We use only the best products that we have to blend it. So yeah, a lot of work goes into it, but we're very proud.
Now, take us through the difference in the barrels and the brandy it's matured in. How does that impact its flavor?
It plays a big role. To start off with a brandy, you need a very good quality wine. It's better than the wine that you serve with dinner from a bottle. It has very strict specifications, especially in South Africa, compared to the rest of the world. We do a double distillation process, which has a very big impact on the quality, and then it goes to French oak barrels, which is no larger than 340 litres. That's controlled by the strict South African law, and it needs to stay in there for no less than 3 years. The products that we have this morning, the 12 and the 15-year-old, stayed in wood for 15 and 12 years. So it gives the flavour, a lot of vanilla, a lot of fruit notes comes from the wood, so all that you taste is actually added by the wood.
Pedro, in terms of like the brand positioning now of KWV after such an award, what does this mean?
It's a huge accolade for us. Ilza's actually, I think, being a little bit modest, because these two competitions last year and this year, last year for the 15 and this year for the 12, they are the world championships of our business, and we compete against brandies and cognacs from around the world. So this is a huge accolade for KWV and for the South African wine and spirits industry. And to give you an idea of what this means, we can talk now to our international partners and distributors around the world, and it presents us in a whole new light as to the quality and the fantastic craft that Ilse and her team impart on our products.
There's a rich heritage that's associated with this brand, you know, not just for your company, but for the country at large. Where does it put us? How do you relate the two?
Look, I think for me, the most important thing is that KWV is obviously part of the industry in South Africa going back to the start of the 20th century. We are proudly South African. You know, we don't have to hitch our star to American imagery or French imagery or imagery from anywhere else in the world. We have a proudly South African heritage. We have a fantastic team of craftspeople in our cellars in Worcester, and it really presents us now as a world-class manufacturer of brandies and wines.
Elsa, in terms of like that South African heritage and that South African flavor, does that play a part in making you know, this brandy, these spirits? Do we put a unique?
As I mentioned earlier, the South African law to produce this product we call brandy is very strict. Compared to cognac, everybody always wants to know, are you as good as cognac? And yes, I think we're much better than cognac. If you take the 3 years that we need to keep this product in a barrel compared to 2 years that is in cognac. So the cultivars that we have in South Africa is perfect for making brandy. Our regions that we get the grapes from, we've got exceptional grape growers, and we really have the best quality product. At the IWSC, where we won with the 12-year-old, I was fortunate to be one of the judges on the panel. So I got to taste the world's brandies, and KWV and South African brandies are up there. We compare it to cognacs, we compare it to German brandies, all the brandies around the world. And South Africa, guys, we can be very proud of this product to be put on the shelf.
Over 90 countries...
Could I also just jump?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to add, sorry for interrupting, but I was going to add that we're also very proud to have one of the only women in brandy making and as a brandy master in South Africa. So I think in Women's Month we should mark that thought.
Yes. She brings a special flavor to your team, I am sure. Over 90 countries entered this year's IWSC competition. How does this escalate brand pride, and having won out of so many entries, how does that energy translate to to your staff, to your team, Elsa, and of course to the brand at large, Pedro?
Look, it's fantastic for us. Just to give you an idea, in that competition, you mentioned the number of products that are involved. It's a blind tasting, so there's no packaging presented. The judges taste the product neat in unmarked glasses. So it is the ultimate test of the quality of a product. So again, many competitions are done in a way where you see the brand and you know what you're drinking or tasting. And to be able to win in that kind of company with that kind of standard is something that we can be extremely proud of, and something that we will leverage commercially, as I said earlier, with our conversations with distributors around the world. I'll give you an example. Recently, for instance, in Canada, it was a great help in achieving a major new listing for our KWV 10 product. And that's a major breakthrough for us. So this is going to mean more international success, it's going to mean more exports, and it's going to mean more volume for our farmer partners in South Africa.
Just to give you an idea of the brandy, yes,
go ahead.
Just to give you an idea of the brandy making team, from the guys that harvest the grapes to the guys that blend this product and put it in a bottle, throughout this chain, we're very, very proud to. It's like winning the World Cup for us. So as a team, we're very proud. Thank you.
Now, this award also follows closely to the KWV winning Best Brandy in the World at the International Spirits Challenge ISC in 2013 with the KWV 15-year Alembic Brandy. There's clearly a dedication in producing nothing but the best.
Yes.
Absolutely. If I can just say that our 15, which you can hopefully see here beside me, and the 12, which is beside Ilse, you don't win Best Brandy in the World as a 15 or as a 12-year-old without making a brilliant 3-year-old brandy and a brilliant 5-year-old brandy. And one thing we do in KWV, and one thing consumers love about KWV, is that we can take them on a journey of excellence. And to win these awards, you have to make a brilliant 3-year-old and a brilliant 5-year-old brandy. And unlike whiskey, for instance, which are assembled at the different age points, we grow our own from scratch, and that's the craft and the brilliance of Ilse and her team.
Okay. Finally, just take us through the range of the brandies that you have there in front of you.
Okay, so the 12 is the Barrel Select. That's the winner of the IWSC competition just now. Then the 15, which won the ISC last year, Best Brandy in the World. They're both pot still brandies, and they're both aged from in the barrels in Munster since they were born. And the third product, which we're going to talk a little bit about soon, is we've now taken the skills of our brandy team, and Ilse is going to tell you a bit more about that, into producing South Africa's first XO cognac.
Okay, first XO cognac. All right. What does the XO what does that mean, XO cognac? And we wrap it up.
XO cognac, where in South Africa we have a number on the bottle saying 12 or 15. In cognac, or for cognac in France, you have a symbol. So it's XO, VSOP. So that indicates a range of years. So again, in South Africa, it's to be very strict. The 12 needs to be 12-year-old and older. The XO is a range of years. Okay. So XO is also extra old. So it's older products going into our cognac, which we blend especially for KWV. So this is our own product. Very proud of it.
Guys, thank you very much for chatting to us this morning. Congratulations. And to you, Elsa, have a great Women's Month, and congratulations on the work that you're doing. Pedro, thanks for joining us as well this morning. Thank you. That's the guys we've been talking to, Elsa Dutoy, and who's a Brandy master at KWV, and Peter Haggerty, the strategy and marketing director of Spirits, talking about all the finer things in brandy and the process of making a world-acclaimed brandy. For more information on KWV Brandy, you can visit www.kwvbrandy.co.za. I learned a new word, extra old, XO.